Sorry,
So, sorry we're late today, everyone, but we've just had some really good news. We had some really sad losses this morning, and then our nice Texel Original U has just had triplets as opposed to twins, which she was scanned for. So it's a really nice surprise, and they're cracking size lambs. So it's a bit good news on top of the problems we've had this morning. So she's doing really well with she's got loads of milk, and she actually has had this before. She scanned for twins and she had triplets 2 years ago. So it's really nice to see that she's got these three together. Yeah, we had a bit of we would have done it live, but we did have a few problems, so we were worried that we had these two coming at the same time, and this one was breached, so the tail was coming first, and sometimes that means if they ingest too much of the fluid or they sort of breathe in a lot of the mucus, they can suffocate, so we didn't want it to be a nasty thing for you to have to watch. And then yeah, we felt to see if there was any more lambs, and she was having, this one was the third, so it's really nice news for us today. It's a bit of a pickup from this morning. So yeah, she's got loads of milk, so fingers crossed she might rear these on her own, with a bit of a top up maybe for them, but they're quite even sizes really. This one's a little bit smaller, but we've got the two white ones are girls and the black one's a little ram lamb. Bless her. So leave her quiet for a minute, just cleaning them off. We thought we'd show you show you all the pens that we've got filled up now, just to give you a bit of an update on who we've got where, really. So we'll start down the end. We had a nice set of twins in the night. Little Pancho has had 2 black rams, so that's really nice. Bit of a link here. These first 2 pens are the girls the ewe that's just had triplets. They're her lambs from the set of triplets she had, so that's nice. This one was called Fluffy, and she's had a nice single black lamb. He weighed at 6 kilograms at a day old, so he was quite a chunky one. And then this is her this is Summer, her other ewe that she had when she had the triplets. She's had a ewe and a ram lamb. It's got a quite a cute little marking on the little one. I don't know if you can see, but she's got a tiny little black spot, which is really sweet. And then we've got these two. They seem to be doing really well, from one of our Welsh mules. They've been brilliant mums. Then Lolly she's got hers tucked nicely behind her. She was a big single lamb. She weighed 5.2 kilos when she was born. And then these two are lovely. This is Amber and Amelia, we've called these two, and she's doing really well. Just keeping an eye on her milk at the moment, because she's feeding them fine, but they're just at certain points of the day they sort of look a little bit pinched, so we're just checking that they're having enough milk. And then the Lioness's lambs are quite funny really, because they're so chunky. They're doing really well. These are Rocky and Zuma. And then hello Mama. little monkeys. Quite often you come in and look in the pens and they're either lying on the top of the ewes or they're jumping on them to try and get them up to get them to give them a feed. Then we've got Nemo in here. He was the one triplet left from the 3 that she had. He seems happy enough, and he's got loads of milk. She's got loads of milk. These 2 little ones, they were the premature ones we had yesterday. They have been taking milk from a bottle, and they're quite strong to feed, but obviously they are so small. We have had little jumpers on them overnight, but they're so mild they don't need them on today. So again, we're just sort of topping them up. And then sadly we lost Coral and Rona's mum, so these 2 have got their own little nest. We stuck a little fluffy sheep in with them for a bit of comfort to snuggle up to last night, and Dad came out to check them and they were in fact snuggled up to the toy, so that was quite sweet. I just got to feed these actually. They seem to be doing alright. They certainly know when it's feed time, that's for sure. Coral is the smaller one, and she tends to she drinks a lot faster than the bigger one. So really, at the moment, they're having 4 feeds a day, and now that they're that little bit bigger, they should cope a bit better. We put a little bit of hay in for them just because they like nibbling at things, not necessarily digesting things like that at the moment, but they just like to have something to nibble at. When they're a little bit bigger, we'll introduce some creep feed, which is like some little pellets, and that's to help them with a bit of weight gain, as well as not having to feed them as much milk then. We have had obviously an unfortunate morning with one of the ewes having a set of dead twins. So we may well, depending on how she gets on, we may well be able to have her in a pen with these 2 just to see how they go with her. Their little tails wag when they're drinking milk, which is quite sweet. It's a good indication as well if you're watching lambs feeding on a ewe out in the field or in the barn or wherever. If their tails aren't wagging, they keep sort of nudging for milk and nothing sort of coming out. You tend to see that if their tails aren't wagging, that generally means that they haven't got any milk there. Rona's all finished. Coral still going. We should have a boat race, shouldn't we? Who could down it the quickest? Your little tummy's getting a bit full. She's almost there.
Maybe a milk float race.
Milk float race, yeah. Good girl. I think that's enough. Real. Right, we'll just have a quick look round here at these ones. So, again, these are. Oh, this, of course, is the star of the farm. Where's Wincy?
This is a message from the government.
Wincy.
Coronavirus is a national emergency, life-threatening for people of all ages everywhere.
She's having a feed, I think. Oh no, she's having a wick.
Stay home.
Only go outside
for food, health reasons, daily exercise, or to work. But only if you cannot work from home. Stay home. Anyone can get it.
Here she
and
is.
anyone can spread it.
Say hello to everyone there.
Coronavirus. Stay home. Protect the NHS.
Bless her. We've actually found, we don't know whether it's because she's got the radio above her pen, but she's been constantly jumping around and dancing at the moment. So last night we had a heat lamp on. We've called this one Carrot. We had a heat lamp on him, and the mum decided that she wanted to try and set herself at light, and has actually caught her bottom, only the wool on the top, on the heat lamp. So needless to say, I don't think we're going to put that in again. Then we've got this little chap in here. He seems to be doing okay. Again, the jumpers are keeping them nice and toasty, and he seems to be getting enough milk from his mum, which is good. We do keep him topped up if we think he needs a bit more milk. Then these two fluffies were the ones that were born in the live video yesterday when Dad was lambing them, and they are so woolly. We're not used to them being so woolly. It's really nice to see that they're happy and healthy and doing really well. And Hannah's named these Lily and Luna. So yeah, they're really sweet. And then last but not least, we've got Pancho in here with her two little twins, a ram and a ewe. So they were born at 3:30 this morning. The boy was coming, just his head was coming out first, so we had to try and adjust things so he was coming with his feet and his nose, as we talked about on the other videos, and then she had the little girl straight away afterwards. So she's really doing well. This is her first set of lambs.
Very pleased with them.
She's very pleased with them, aren't you, Mum? And she's got loads of milk, so fingers crossed they'll be happy to keep going themselves. And just check in on the triplets. She's probably made them all nice and fluffy now. Oh, they're all wandering about. What are you doing? So it's amazing how quickly they all obviously start wandering round. There they are. I'm going to put her in a pen, I think. Come on then. Come on. Oh, look, nice sunny pen. Just bringing them over. As I said, carrying them like this doesn't hurt them in any way. It just keeps it so that the mums can smell them and follow them nicely into a pen. Oh, good girl. Oh, don't tread on that one. There we go. And there's the little team. Oh, so nice. So, don't forget, guys, we'd love to see your poems and things for the poetry competition. We've had a few come through which have been brilliant, yeah, we'd love to see some more. So make sure you send those to us via the email on the competition post before Thursday, and we will look forward to judging those. We're having to think about how we can do a sort of virtual Easter egg hunt, which we'd like, obviously would be nice to do over the weekend sometime. So we will be announcing how we're going to do that and when we're going to do that, and perhaps set it up as an event so people can watch it live. So we will give you the details of that and keep you updated on these three. Cheers, everyone.